Listen to me carefully, because this might be the most important reminder you'll ever hear. You are far more powerful than you think you are. The limits you see around you are not real. They're walls you built in your mind, and you've been living inside those walls like a prisoner. But today, I want to shake you, break those walls, and tell you with full certainty, everything is possible if you believe in yourself. Think about it. Every great name you admire today, every icon, every leader, every innovator, none of them started as special. They started exactly where you are right now, uncertain, struggling, questioning themselves, fighting self-doubt. The only difference, they decided not to quit. They believed, they acted, they pushed through the pain, through the failures, through the doubts. And because of that, the world remembers their names. Now, here's the problem. Most people never even take the first step. They drown in excuses. They blame their circumstances. They say, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have the connections, I don't have the talent. And while they're busy complaining, someone else, who had even less, is out there grinding, learning, failing, and becoming unstoppable. I need you to understand something. Life will never hand you success on a silver platter. It will test you. It will break you. It will push you to your knees. And in those dark moments when you feel like giving up, you'll face a choice. Either surrender or rise. That choice will define your entire life. I know what it feels like to struggle. I know what it feels like when your own mind becomes your worst enemy, when you wake up with zero motivation, when every distraction pulls you away, when procrastination becomes your daily habit. You feel stuck. You feel like nothing is moving forward. And in that suffocating silence, you start believing the lie that maybe you're not good enough. But here's the truth. You are not stuck. You're not broken. You're not weak. You're simply untrained. You've been living without discipline. You've been living in comfort, and comfort has been killing your potential slowly, quietly, day by day. And that's why I'm here, screaming into your ears today, wake up. This is your time. Let's talk discipline, because without it, you'll never make it. Discipline is the bridge between who you are right now and who you're meant to be. It's waking up early when your body screams for more sleep. It's saying no to distractions when the world is begging for your attention. It's grinding in silence when no one is clapping for you. Discipline is not punishment, it's freedom. Freedom from regret, freedom from mediocrity, freedom from the chains of what if. You want to build a body? Discipline. You want to build a business? Discipline. You want to change your life? Discipline. There is no shortcut, no magic pill, no secret. Just discipline repeated every single day. Now, I know some of you are thinking, but I've failed too many times. Let me tell you something. Failure is not your enemy. Failure is your greatest teacher. Every single time you fall, life is asking you, how bad do you really want this? Most people fail once or twice and quit forever. Champions fail 100 times, 1,000 times, but they keep coming back. That's why they win. Think about Thomas Edison. People laughed at him. They mocked him for failing thousands of times while trying to invent the light bulb. Do you know what he said? I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. That mindset is why we have light today. Now imagine if he had quit. Imagine if he had said, it's too hard. I'm not good enough. The world would have been darker. And that's exactly what happens when you quit. When you give up on your dream, the world loses the light only you were meant to bring. So let me challenge you. How long are you willing to fight for your dream? How many sleepless nights are you willing to endure? How many times are you willing to hear no before you finally earn that yes? Because if you're not willing to suffer for your dream, then you don't deserve it. But if you are, if you're willing to bleed, sweat, and cry for it, if you're willing to sacrifice comfort and face the pain, then I promise you, your life will transform in ways you can't even imagine right now. Picture this, the day you finally look in the mirror and see the person you always wanted to become. The body you worked for, the career you built from scratch, the respect you earned, the freedom you created. That day will come if you stop doubting yourself and start believing with everything inside you. But belief without action is nothing but a dream. You can't just sit and visualize success. You've got to act like your life depends on it, because it does. Time is running out. Every second wasted is gone forever. The clock is ticking, and it doesn't care about your excuses. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for someone to rescue you. Stop waiting for motivation to magically appear. Motivation fades. Discipline remains. Action creates momentum. Momentum creates transformation. Here's what I want you to do. Pick one thing in your life that you've been delaying. Just one. Maybe it's your fitness. Maybe it's starting that business. Maybe it's fixing a broken relationship. Whatever it is, stop saying tomorrow. Tomorrow is a lie. Do it now. Take the first step, even if it's small, because small steps repeated daily become unstoppable progress. And listen carefully. You are not too young. You are not too old. You are not too late. You are not too early. You are right on time. Right here, right now. This is the moment where everything can change for you, but it begins only when you decide. Decide to stop making excuses. Decide to stop living in fear. Decide to take control of your life, because the truth is simple. No one is coming to save you. No one is going to hand you your dream. It's you against you. And if you win that battle, if you conquer yourself, then nothing in this world can stop you. So I'll say it again, loud and clear. Everything is possible, but only if you believe in yourself and back that belief with relentless action. This is your wake-up call. This is your moment. Don't waste it. You've heard me shout it once, but let me remind you again. Life doesn't reward the ones who wish. Life rewards the ones who work. And the work is never easy. It's supposed to be hard. That's the price you pay for greatness. If it were easy, everyone would have a six-pack. Everyone would be rich. Everyone would live their dream life. But they don't, because when it gets hard, they quit. The question is, will you quit too, or will you rise? Let me tell you something that most people don't realize. Success is not about talent. It's about consistency. It's about showing up every single day, even when you're tired, even when you're uninspired, even when the results are invisible. That's the test. Anyone can get excited for a week. Anyone can push hard for a month. But only the rare, the disciplined, the truly hungry survive the years it takes to build something extraordinary. So ask yourself right now, are you willing to be rare? Because the truth is, the world is full of average. The world is drowning in mediocrity. But you weren't born to be average. You weren't born to settle. Deep inside, you know it. That fire, that restlessness, that frustration you feel, it's not a curse. It's your soul screaming, I am meant for more. And the only way to silence that scream is to step into the arena of discipline, hard work, and relentless focus. But let's get real. Focus is not easy in this world. You are surrounded by distractions every second, social media notifications, endless scrolling, cheap entertainment designed to steal your time and energy. And most people are slaves to it. They waste hours every single day consuming content instead of creating their life. You want to know the harsh truth? Your phone is stealing your future. Every time you open it mindlessly, every time you scroll without purpose, you're trading your potential for temporary pleasure. And you can't get that time back. It's gone, burned, dead forever. So you need to make a choice. Do you want to be a consumer or do you want to be a creator? Consumers are weak. Creators build empires. Here's what I suggest. Cut the noise. If it doesn't push you forward, it's pulling you backward. No middle ground. You've got to guard your mind like a fortress, because your mind decides your future. And if you allow garbage to enter, garbage will come out. Feed your mind with discipline, knowledge, positive energy, and hard truths. Stop listening to people who gave up on their own dreams. Stop taking advice from the ones who are too afraid to chase their goals. Start listening to winners. Start surrounding yourself with people who demand the best from you, who remind you of your power, who push you when you feel weak, because your circle will either destroy you or make you unstoppable. Now let's talk about pain. Nobody wants it. Everybody avoids it. But pain is the greatest tool you'll ever have. Pain teaches you what comfort never will. Pain introduces you to your true self. Pain builds resilience, grit, and mental toughness, the kind that separates champions from quitters. I want you to remember this. Pain is not permanent. Quitting is. Pain will pass. Quitting lasts forever. Think of every champion in history. Athletes bleeding in training. Entrepreneurs failing and going bankrupt. Soldiers pushing through unbearable suffering. They all had one thing in common. They embraced pain as fuel, not as an excuse. So the next time you feel pain, don't run, don't hide, don't complain. Look pain in the eyes and say, "Thank you. Thank you for making me stronger. Thank you for shaping me into who I must become." Because the truth is, growth lives on the other side of pain.
And if you run from it, you'll never grow. Now, let's flip the perspective for a second. Imagine yourself 10 years from now. Imagine waking up, looking in the mirror, and realizing you wasted a decade because you were too lazy, too distracted, too afraid to take action. Imagine that regret eating you alive every day. That's the cost of staying comfortable. That's the price of wasting your potential. But imagine the opposite. Imagine looking in the mirror and seeing strength, confidence, power. Imagine having the freedom to go where you want, do what you want, live how you want, because you put in the work today. That vision can be real, but only if you choose it. That's the beauty of life. You always have a choice. You can choose excuses, or you can choose results. You can choose distractions, or you can choose focus. You can choose comfort, or you can choose growth. But you can't have both. And the cost of one is the loss of the other. So what's it going to be? Let me give you some real talk here. The world does not care about your excuses. The universe does not owe you anything. Nobody is coming to knock on your door and say, "Here, take success, take freedom, take happiness." That's not how it works. If you want it, you've got to go out and fight for it with everything you've got. That means working when others are sleeping. That means grinding when others are partying. That means sacrificing short-term comfort for long-term greatness. Will it hurt? Yes. Will it be lonely? Yes. Will it test you in ways you've never been tested before? Absolutely. But the reward? The reward will make every sacrifice worth it. Because when you reach the top, when you achieve what once felt impossible, you won't just inspire yourself. You'll inspire everyone around you. You'll show them what's possible. You'll become living proof that belief plus action equals transformation. And that's the point, isn't it? To not just live, but to live fully. To not just exist, but to thrive. To not just survive, but to dominate. So don't you dare settle for average. Don't you dare sell yourself short. Don't you dare bury your dreams under excuses. You got everything inside you to change your life. The fire, the strength, the potential. It's all there. You just need to unleash it. So the next time you feel like procrastinating, the next time you feel like hitting snooze, the next time you feel like saying, "I'll do it tomorrow," I want you to remember these words. Tomorrow is a lie. All you have is now. Act now. Move now. Change now. Because greatness doesn't wait. Silence. Listen to it for a second. That silence you hear? That's life waiting for you to make a move. That's destiny asking, "Are you ready yet?" And if you keep ignoring it, that silence will turn into regret. But if you answer it, if you take that step today, that silence will turn into victory. You've already heard me tell you, discipline, focus, sacrifice. But let me go even deeper. The real battle is not with the world. The real battle is with a voice in your head that whispers, "You can't." That voice that says, "You're too late." That voice that screams, "You'll never make it." That voice is a liar. That voice is fear. And fear only has power if you feed it. So stop feeding fear. Feed your faith. Feed your courage. Feed your belief. Every time you take action, every time you push through doubt, you starve fear and strengthen belief. That's how you win. Not overnight. Not in one giant leap. But step by step, decision by decision, choice by choice. Now, I know some of you are carrying heavy scars. You've been betrayed. You've been rejected. You've been broken. You've lost people you love. You've been knocked down more times than you can count. And maybe right now, you feel too weak to stand again. But hear me when I say this. Your scars are not signs of weakness. They are proof of survival. They are evidence that you've already beaten battles that would have destroyed someone else. You're still here. You're still breathing. That means your fight is not over. Don't you dare let your past define you. Don't you dare let your failures chain you. Don't you dare let yesterday steal your tomorrow. You are not your mistakes. You are not your pain. You are the warrior who kept going when everything inside you said stop. And if you've made it this far, you can make it further. Let me paint you a vision. Imagine yourself 1 year from now if you commit today. Imagine the body you've built through discipline. Imagine the business you've created through focus. Imagine the relationships you've strengthened through courage. Imagine the life you've designed because you refuse to quit. That vision is not a fantasy. That vision is waiting for you, but only if you start. Now, let's hit the deepest truth. The only thing standing between you and that life is belief. Not luck, not money, not connections. Just belief. Because belief is the spark that ignites action. And once you act, momentum takes over. But belief without proof feels hard, doesn't it? You're thinking, how can I believe when I've never won? How can I believe when all I've seen is failure? Here's how. By choosing to believe anyway. That's the secret. Winners believe before they have proof. They believe when everyone else laughs. They believe when the results are invisible. They believe when the dream feels impossible. And because they believe, they act. And because they act, they win. So here's the ultimate challenge. Can you believe before you see it? Can you trust the process when it feels hopeless? Can you keep going when the world tells you to stop? Because if you can, nothing in this universe can hold you back. Look around you. Every building, every invention, every breakthrough you see started as nothing but a belief in someone's mind. Airplanes were impossible until someone believed. Electricity was impossible until someone believed. Space travel was impossible until someone believed. Now ask yourself, what impossible thing will you make possible? Because this world doesn't just need more dreamers. It needs doers. It needs fighters. It needs people who refuse to give up. And that's why you're here, isn't it? Deep down, you're tired of living small. You're tired of hiding. You're tired of wondering, what if? You want more. You crave more. And I'm telling you, it's yours for the taking. But you've got to decide. Decide to cut the excuses. Decide to silence the doubts. Decide to take the hits and keep moving. Decide to rise. Because the moment you decide, the moment you commit fully, the universe shifts in your favor. Doors open. Opportunities appear. People you've never met show up to help you. But it all starts with belief. Let me remind you again, you are not ordinary. You are not average. You are not here to simply survive and die quietly. You are here to dominate, to inspire, to create, to lead. But none of that will happen if you keep waiting for permission. Stop waiting. No one is going to choose you. Choose yourself. When the alarm goes off in the morning, choose discipline. When fear whispers in your ear, choose courage. When doubt clouds your vision, choose belief. When failure knocks you down, choose to rise again. Every choice matters. Every choice builds a life you're either proud of or regret. And today, right now, you get to decide which one it will be. So let me leave you with this. Imagine standing on the edge of your life, looking back. You're old, your time is almost up, and you ask yourself, did I really live? Did I really fight? Did I really give it everything I had? Make sure the answer is yes. Because regret is the heaviest burden you can ever carry. Heavier than failure. Heavier than rejection. Heavier than pain. Don't let regret be your story. Let victory be your story. Let resilience be your story. Let greatness be your story. And it starts with 3 simple words. I believe myself. Say it until it burns into your soul. Say it until you feel it in your bones. Say it until no doubt can touch you. I believe in myself. I believe in my future. I believe in my power. Because once you believe, everything changes. So rise. Stand tall. Fight back. Build the life you deserve. And never forget, everything is possible, but only if you believe in yourself. Now go. The world is waiting for your greatness.